Hatsy and I'm back with part 2 of the burrow. So today we're going to be finishing off the interior of it. Now before we go into that, I had some exterior stuff to do because it was very highly requested in the last video to add a garage. So that's what I decided to do. I also added some other things, so I thought that I would just leave it in so that you could see what I've actually added. So the garage is part of it, and I also added some garden gnomes, and I also put some traits for the lot, because if you have the Sims 4 city living, then you'll know that the lot traits are something that come with that. I mean, you don't have to have city living to get lot traits. I think you get maybe 3 if you have the base game, but with city living you get a lot more. So with this house, it comes with the haunted trait, it comes with the gnome trait, and also I think it's called the homely trait. So that's what I thought, just because it really feels like home. And also the Weasleys did refer to it as home. I think the quote was, "It's not much, but it's home." So I thought that was quite cute, and yeah, that's what it comes with. So going over the history of it slightly, it was heavily implied that this used to be a stone pigsty or something like that. And what the Weasleys did is, like, whenever they had a child, they just piled on another room. They just added bits and bobs to it, and it just looks like it's been maybe influenced by magic as well. Maybe there's some magic that's gone on there, and I think that Harry was pretty much convinced that that's how it stays up. So yeah, just a bit on that. That is what I read from it. I mean, I was just on like all the Harry Potter fan pages, just looking at all the stuff. But I think it's important, if I'm going to do Harry Potter builds, to maybe look a little bit into it and know what I'm talking about. Because oh my goodness, I get so many comments saying she does not know what she's talking about. But I've never said that I know what I'm talking about. I just enjoy building in The Sims 4. So yeah, I mean, I will in future if I do more Harry Potter builds, which I plan to. I plan to do Malfoy Manor after this. I also plan to do Diagon Alley and Gringotts Bank. So yeah, if you have any other suggestions, then let me know, because I would definitely be up for it. So, something that I just want to talk about quickly is the fact that I really want to be starting a Harry Potter series very soon. So, I'm going to be doing, okay, this is what I've been thinking. I've been thinking about doing the 7 Toddler Challenge, but with a twist. It's like from Harry Potter characters. So, not exactly calling them by their real names, maybe changing it a little bit to maybe it wouldn't be Harry Potter, maybe it would be like, I don't know, Gary Trotter. So it's going to be slightly different, but I thought about doing it in Hogwarts and maybe having like, okay, the equivalent of like Albus Dumbledore being the nanny or something. So yeah, if you have any ideas, then let me know, because that would be exciting. I mean, it's just going to be a little bit inspired by it, but I just thought giving it a bit of a twist and doing it in Hogwarts would be quite fun. Turning it into a toddler daycare. So it would be a short series, but that is what I'm thinking about doing at the moment. But yeah, any opinions just would be great. And if you have a different thing that I could do, if you have a different idea that you want to see on the channel, then let me know as well, because I really want to do a series that is Harry Potter inspired. But because everybody's just like obsessed with toddlers at the moment, I thought, well, maybe I could do something that would be quite unusual. So yeah, anyway, that's what's on my mind at the moment. So something that I did want to go over was the delay between the interior and the exterior, because it's been about 2 weeks, and I don't usually leave it about 2 weeks in between the smaller builds that I do, because, okay, if it's a 64x64, then I probably will leave it a few weeks, maybe a month or so, just because I need time to get over it. Because 64x64s take forever, so that's why it's not really unusual for me to do that. But if it's a small build like this, then yeah, it's pretty unusual. I usually share it the same week as this one comes out. What happened was, in the last 2 weeks, we've got an insane amount of content. We've got the Sims 4 Toddlers that have released. We've got the Sims 4 Vampire game pack. So Toddlers are free. The Vampire game pack is a game pack, of course. So how it affected me was the fact that I got the early review copy of the Vampire game pack. I got very overly excited and then downloaded it straight away. So I got it about a week in advance, and what happened was I completely forgot that I had to pre-record videos. So then I had to like rummage through the videos that I already had, because of course I can't just make new videos and then start releasing them before the game pack's even out. Because if I was showing you maybe a build and then I was like flicking through the items that we get from the Vampire pack as well, that wouldn't be really fair, and that would also be breaking the contract that I have with EA to not talk about stuff and like not release stuff before they say it's okay to, because they give us a date, and if we release stuff before that, well, that's not very nice, is it? So I don't want to do that, of course, because I don't want to fall out with EA. So yeah, anyway, I didn't want to do that, so I had to like rummage through the videos that I already had. So I had the Ice Palace, and then I had, I think maybe like 1 or 2 Planet Coaster videos, which, okay, we're not going to be seeing any vampire packs in that. So yeah, why not? Why not go for Planet Coaster stuff? So I have noticed maybe over the past few months that there's been a lot of people curious or a little bit annoyed about the early review situation. So I just want to explain it. I don't know that much about it, just bear in mind. I'm only just telling you what I know because I thought it would be good if you're wondering about it, because I was wondering about it a while ago and then someone explained it to me. So what happens is EA give out reviews occasionally to fan pages, to YouTubers, just all different people. So they don't just give it to one select group, like it's not the over 100,000 subscriber party or anything like that. They give it to all different people to get a broader opinion of it. That's what I think. So I think where people start getting frustrated is, okay, a lot of the bigger Sims channels get copies, but some smaller channels do and some medium-sized channels do as well. And I think that where the frustration starts in the Simming community is, why does that person get a pack and I don't? We have the similar sizes of channels, or, you know, something like that. And I think what happens is if someone's really active in the community, that's how they get the review packs, etc. By the way, for review purposes only, they don't just get the pack, they have to do a review. It could be maybe a build, it could be in whatever the way they want it to be, they could just go through Create a Sim or something like that, as long as they're sharing their opinions. But yeah, that is the idea of it, it's for review purposes only, it's not just like giving out stuff randomly. So yeah, I think that's what happens. That's just like what I've seen. It took me a lot longer to get an early review copy and like get invited to events and stuff, but that was because I made the mistake of not including myself a lot. So yeah, if I could have gone back in time a bit, I would have probably like included myself a bit more, maybe like wrote some more stuff on Twitter, maybe just like made an effort on the forums and like spoke to the gurus a lot and, you know, stuff like that. Just like involve yourself. It's really nice to see that a lot of the people that get the reviews, etc., were pretty much all at the Sims meetup. You know, just for an example, I mean, I know that the gurus aren't there, but it's just like involving yourself in the community and meeting people. That is what I think. Now, I'm not sure, of course. Anyway, though, back to the build. So, some very exciting stuff happening here. Now, I did try to do the lounge as accurately as possible. It's not going to be that accurate, though, because there are some sides of it that aren't even shown in the movie. And there's a very brief description of it online. I mean, I really couldn't find much at all. It's just supposed to look messy with pictures all over the walls and just like everything's a little bit crooked and stuff, which I love. I will be putting pictures at the end. I think I've already mentioned it, but you will see pictures that I got inspiration from and like the pictures that I did try to copy a lot. I don't know if copying is the right word, because I did actually do a lot of this just like myself and just try and make it up a bit. But yeah, you'll see lots of sofas, lots of things in here. But then again, the Weasleys are a massive family. Oh my goodness. They are huge. That family is just absolutely insane. But I love them. I absolutely just love them. And you know, if I was part of Harry Potter, then I would want to live in this house. I would choose the Burrow over Hogwarts, I think. But let me know in the comments, if you had to live in any Harry Potter build, what would you live in? Because the thing is, I know people that live in like massive mansions, and the thing is, it always feels a bit uncomfortable when I go around. It feels like, okay, for instance, if you left, let's say, a glass of something in your room, you probably forget about it and remember it like 2 weeks later. That's how it feels. And also, I used to work for a family, because I used to be a nanny before YouTube. So I used to work for a family that used to have the biggest house that I've ever been in my life. This house was a chateau in Switzerland, and it was absolutely insane. It was like an old-fashioned chateau, but they renovated the whole of the inside to look very modern, and it was just perfect. It was absolutely perfect. What happened was, one time I was babysitting till really late, so I decided to clean the kitchen for them. It took me an hour and a half, and there wasn't even that much stuff out. I just thought, okay, a couple of glasses, like a couple of things that I'll probably just like put upstairs for them, etc. Why not? It took forever. It took absolutely forever. So yeah, I mean, I can't even imagine. They had to have like a full-time cleaner to sort of just like look after the house. I think she was there like 5-6 days a week, just like making sure the house looked good. Yeah, I can't imagine how many cleaners Hogwarts would need. That would be crazy. And I'm also a very messy person, so that would be really bad for me. Anyway, going back to the kitchens. The kitchen probably took me the longest amount of time to do. In fact, no, the whole downstairs floor did, just because it's so decorative, and I think that the downstairs floor is the most that you see in the whole of the Burrow. So the upstairs rooms, I mean, there's descriptions of them and you can see them occasionally. But a lot of the time, you really just see the kitchen and the lounge, from what I've seen personally. So I thought, well, I'll put a lot of character into these rooms and just try and make them look as accurate as possible. There's probably a bigger table in my build than there is in the real one. And I think that's only because I just had so much room in this Burrow. I think if I was going to do it again, I'd actually make it smaller a bit to make it look like it was taller. Maybe use the basement floor as well, the second basement floor. Maybe do that. And yeah, just generally improve it. But I'm always going to think like that. I mean, I'm still thinking about improving Hogwarts and stuff because I really want to. And I've got so many ideas that I want to do for that. So we shall see what happens. So going off the kitchen for a second, because I have something that I want to talk about. Now, I think it was about 2 weeks today, probably was when I'm sharing this. I'm honestly not sure. But something really weird happened, and I think that it's best to share it in the Burrow video because it's like Harry Potter related, and I do tend to share just random things that are happening just to me at the moment in my build videos. So it was Friday night and I was just by myself upstairs, just editing my videos and just getting them done for the weekend and also the following week. And I start getting these messages flooding in from people saying that someone took my Hogwarts build video and put it on Facebook. So I was really worried, okay, because it's a YouTuber's nightmare, just let me tell you, for someone to re-upload your video and then like that video starts getting noticed more than your actual one. Yeah, it's really disheartening. And I've never had that happen to me before, just this is the first time that it's happened. So I wasn't ready for it, I really wasn't. And it made me really sad because I went onto Facebook and this was like 10 to 15 minutes after the video was uploaded. But it was pretty much just like an edited version of my original Hogwarts build video. And it was like maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes long with no credit there, no permission off me to do that to my video. And they just put like Harry Potter music over it. So I contacted like my network, I contacted Facebook, I contacted the person and I was really nice. I just asked like, would it be okay if you just, could either take the video down or give me a little bit of credit in the description because it's my video, like I made that, So they didn't message back. And anyway, Facebook eventually got back to me and they just said, look, we can't give you credit because apparently they don't have enough evidence that it was my video to begin with. What are you expecting from me? A DNA swab and an x-ray of my teeth? I mean, seriously, what do you want from me? The following morning, I woke up, okay, and this is no exaggeration, I had about 15 Facebook messages on my own Facebook account. So this is without YouTube now because I was getting messages on Twitter, I was getting other YouTubers share pictures of the video on Facebook. There was no way that I wasn't aware of this by now. But no, on my own personal Facebook, so bear in mind, my own Facebook has like nothing to do with YouTube, it has nothing to do with my account. I don't link it to my account or anything, just because I've got a lot of family members on there that, I don't know, probably wouldn't approve of the sim stuff. A lot of my family actually don't approve of like my channel or anything. It's only recently that they started to be more accepting of it and they started to realise, okay, this is what she wants to do, then we'll support her. But yeah, in the past, like I used to talk to my family about YouTube and they just used to say like, it's rubbish, you shouldn't be doing that, you should go and do something else, etc. And yeah, it was really disheartening. So anyway, turns out that my best friend saw it on Facebook, commented something like, this is property of Hatsy or whatever, and my mum saw it, okay? My mum saw it. So she then, I can't remember if she commented on the video or she was just writing some just like random stuff to the person. I think my dad even DM'd them or something, which is just really embarrassing just to begin with. But yeah, all this was happening. It ended up just like going to my grandparents, to like my sister. I rang my sister and she said, yeah, I know, I'm already aware of it. I was just saying, what? You're already aware of it? How do you know this? How do you know so much about my channel when you take zero interest? It makes no sense. I ended up having a very awkward conversation with my mum. He was saying, you need to watermark all your videos and you need to do this, you need to do that. So yeah, I was getting like a full YouTube lecture off my parents with what to do with my channel. So it was quite nice finally getting that support because I really haven't felt support of anyone in my family for the last, I guess, year and a bit. So it was actually nice for them to like sit down and take an interest. But yeah, at the same time, I was kind of upset that the only way that they were taking interest was the fact that someone re-uploaded my video. But yeah, anyway, positive note, the person did credit me after like 3.2 million views that the video got. So then I got credited, and then like, I guess people know that it's mine now, which is nice. But yeah, I mean, that's not the only version of it though. Can you believe it? That video's got more views than my whole channel combined. Like, that's absolutely insane. It's got like 8.5 million views now or something. So yeah, after that, I just started noticing that other Facebook pages have like come forward and they've started like re-uploading my stuff. But it was nice because I actually got a message off one the other day, and I think that it's the same people that make the Lad Bible videos, so I guess it's like the Game Bible or something. So they just like messaged me and they just asked would it be okay if they used one of my videos, which I thought was really lovely. So I'm very happy and excited that they did that, because yeah, it's so nice to just like ask just beforehand, because you know, if I've spent a lot of time and effort on that video, it's really nice to get credit for it. It's really nice to be able to be asked and feel like I've got a part of it, you know? So yeah, if you see any videos with credit on, then I really don't mind. But if you see any videos without credit on, then please just remind the person like to credit me or something, because that would be very helpful. Because I think that after that video was posted, and like after there wasn't credit, I was probably the most disheartened that I've been on YouTube. I think that's the right word to use, I'm not sure. But yeah, I felt very disheartened because I felt like I'd made something, I'd spent maybe over a year just on my channel, and then someone else comes along, like re-uploads a minute of my stuff and then gets more views than my whole channel. I mean, what is that? So yeah, I mean, there was just a lot of stuff going through my head, but I'm excited and I'm happy at the fact that it's got sorted and a lot of people have visited my channel from that Hogwarts Facebook video. So yes. Anyway, going on to the positive stuff, I've actually created my own Facebook page. I'm really trying not to self-promote, but I feel like it is. It's massively self-promoting. But after the absolute disaster that happened, I would very much appreciate anyone going over there. It's HatsyYT. There'll be a link in the description on this video. And that would mean the world to me, because after what's happened, it would just mean a lot to get support for the channel and like what I'm actually doing here. I've started doing my own mini speed builds as well on Facebook, so I put like a lot of time and effort into doing those. So yeah, that would be amazing if you could just spend a minute of your time just like going to check it out after this video. That would help me out a lot. So anyway, on to Ginny's room. Now, okay, this is really embarrassing, but I was calling her Jenny. I think I called her Jenny in the last video and no one noticed, thank goodness. I think that's what I did, but I can't remember. Maybe some people passed it off as my accent though, because sometimes like Jenny sounds quite similar. I guess that if I had an American accent, then Ginny would be Jenny. I'm not sure though. I don't know how that works. But okay, anyway, this room was very difficult to decorate because there are so many versions of it. I honestly can't begin to tell you how much I was stressing out, because I was thinking all the way through, I'm going to get the most negative feedback from this room ever. Because basically, I saw a picture of this room and it's like pink and it's quite a brightly coloured room. And then from the pictures that I found online, it looked very different. So I actually think that what happened with this room is they changed it throughout the movies, but I don't know, because I found two completely different versions. I found one that was like an arched roof sort of thing, and it had like a red bed, rags there, etc. It definitely wasn't Ron's room. I wasn't getting confused with that. It was a different room completely, and that's all I found when typing in Ginny's room. So yes, apologies. Maybe you'll see it when it comes to screenshots anyway. Maybe you'll understand more like what we're trying to go for, because I was trying to combine the two. So if you can find a better picture of Ginny's room, then please let me know, because that would be very helpful and I would definitely appreciate that. Doing some really unusual things. So I'm going to talk about this for a second, because what I was doing is I was trying to make it look like the roof comes in. I didn't understand this, because surely in the Burrow floor plan, well, Ginny's room is on the first floor in the build. From what I could see anyway, I'm not saying that it is, but from what I could see it was. So why was the roof coming inwards? I didn't understand that at all, because surely that would be the attic room. I just didn't get it, because it doesn't make sense. But someone made a very good point in the last video, so thank you for this. And it was basically saying that the films change things throughout. There are different directors directing the film, so of course, like, it's going to change throughout. So you can't create something that's completely accurate. As much as people want it, it's going to be very difficult. And also, some things in the films don't match the books anyway. I think that it's really inspired me to have a very odd house. Oh my goodness, my house is the opposite to this. I'm actually going to be rebuilding my house at some point because it's been requested a lot of me to rebuild my own house. Because I rebuilt my own house, I did a video of it. And it's called Let's Build My Real House, okay? And genuinely, I was telling the full truth in that video. And I got so many comments saying, I don't think that she's telling the truth. I think that she's lying. I got one comment that accused me of lying about having a house. What is that though? You can see the house in the background. You can see the windows like in the webcam of my video. I don't get it at all. So yeah, I'm going to be redoing that and you will see that coming up on the channel. So anyway, changing the subject slightly because towards the upstairs floors, that's the stuff that gets very complicated for me and I don't really understand whose room is who. So I just followed the pictures again. I just followed the floor plan that I found of the burrow online, which wasn't a very detailed one, but it gave me some insight to where everything is. So fingers crossed this is correct. But anyway, some really weird stuff's been going off recently. Okay, so I've been trying to stay fit, go to the gym, etc. I don't like talk about the gym a lot in my videos because I feel like, okay, when I didn't go to the gym, I hated when people talked about going to the gym. It's really annoying. Okay, but every time I go to the gym, there's always gym drama that happens. So it's always just like random people just feeling so entitled to the machines that they have to confront me about it. And that's what happened. And a lot of you have been telling me to stick up for myself recently because a lot of stuff's been going off. Like for instance, there was a random woman that tried to sell me something and then she ended up like coming into my house. But I should have definitely stuck up for myself during that. And I talked about what happened in the Ice Palace video. So anyway, this happened. I was at the gym on the cross trainer and I was on it for 4 minutes. Okay, 4 minutes. And the courtesy for any gym equipment, in my opinion, is like half an hour, but I wasn't even on it for half an hour. And it does say on the machine, in busy periods of time, only go on it for 15 minutes. So I was thinking, okay, that's fine. I'll give it 10. You know, I wasn't going to go on it for long. So this woman comes up and she leans on the machine. She leans on like the front of it and she's talking to a friend who's next to me. Now, bear in mind, I've got my earphones on and I could just tell by her body language that she was going to start talking about me. And she just starts talking to a friend and she says, I guess that you won't be able to go on this cross trainer unless this girl moves. Oh my goodness, I didn't know what to do. So the friend turns around, the friend says, actually, no, I wasn't going to go on it. And the woman says, well, that's a good job because I don't think that this girl will ever move. Now, bear in mind, when I'm at the gym, I'm working out, I'm listening to this like hardcore music and I'm feeling like I could definitely have an argument with somebody because I'm at the gym, I'm working out. So I had to really refrain myself and I don't even think I did a great job at it because, okay, we were in the women's gym to begin with. And the women's gym, okay, it does have like a lot of equipment there, but just like not as much as the mixed gym part. Now, I wouldn't usually go in the women's gym part. The reason why I was in there is because I tend to get pestered a lot if I go into like the other parts. I tend to get just like, okay, not even pestered, but just these random men just like making loads of sounds when they're working out. And I don't like that, okay? It makes me feel uncomfortable. So I just wanted to stay away from that. So when I took my earphones out, I just kindly reminded the woman, I just said, look, I've came to this women's gym to stay away from people pestering me downstairs. Why am I getting pestered up here? I used the word pestered. I couldn't believe it. Oh my goodness. So she looked shocked. She looked like she'd never been confronted in her life before when she looked at me. And I carried on. Like I couldn't stop there. Oh no, I couldn't hold myself back. And I just said, I've been on this machine for 4 minutes and the courtesy is apparently 15. I said, so I don't understand what the issue is. So she just looked at me and she went all friendly and she went, oh, no, there's no problem, love. There's no problem. She called me love. She called me love. I can't believe it. But yeah, that is my story. She avoided me after that. But I could just tell that as soon as she left the gym, she was obviously just like gossiping. I don't care, you know, I don't care. I'm going to stick up for myself in future. A lot of you have told me to do that. So hopefully the people that were telling me to stick up for myself, I hope that's not too bad that I actually did. I feel like I'm going to get mixed opinions of people saying, oh my goodness, you were so aggressive. But no, I wasn't, you know, it's the fact that, why does this always happen to me? Just like at the gym, when I got my earphones on, just like people pestering me. It was 4 minutes I was on there for. I mean, I would have understood it if it was for longer. But yeah, I feel like she just wanted to get into an argument. But then she didn't want to accept it, like when I actually answered her back. So yeah, that happened. But no, I'm not letting that happen in future. And I also spoke to my dad about it. And he said, yeah, you did the right thing. So yeah, great parental advice. Thank you. Anyway, though, this is one of the brothers' rooms. Now, Obviously, I'm not an absolute expert. I could probably look it up online. So I could probably just go and get that online for a second. I'm online now. Okay, the Burrow. Where did I find the floor plan before? You could probably hear me on the keyboard. Oh, I don't know. Harry Potter Wikia. Maybe it will tell me. So from before, I found out that, okay, let's see. Okay, I think this is Fred and George's room. Yeah, this is Fred and George's room, apparently. I think what I did is I put one room that should have been on the upper floor downstairs. I can't remember which room it was. It may have been one of these rooms, but I did that because we just didn't have the amount of floors. So I know it's a bit strange to maybe see a different kind of floor plan. Maybe they wouldn't all be on their own floors, but why not? Just why not? It's the best I could do. So this room was just, there was nothing about this. I don't think that you even get to go in these rooms. You don't get to see them in the Harry Potter movie. There are no pictures online. I mean, from the Hogwarts build that I did, I actually got a lot of inspiration from looking at the Game Boy version of some of the rooms. So for instance, Finch's room. Yeah, I had to actually look at what his room looked like in a game. There was nothing. I mean, I couldn't find any of these rooms, unfortunately, but if you have a better idea of what they look like, then draw them out for me and I can go back to them. I'd be happy to do it. I'm really happy to do that with Harry Potter builds. I'm very open to going back and correcting things that I've done wrong. So yeah, just let me know because that would be really helpful. This room was very unclear. Now I think this may be Percy's room. Oh my goodness, I'm not even sure. Okay, so apparently Percy left in the year of 1995. I'm pretty sure it was his room though, because the other two joint rooms are Fred and George's and Bill and Charlie's. So yeah, I think that what happened here was his room was supposed to be the floor above and I put it downstairs. That's what I think. But it's very clear that there's a room that the parents, I think, go up to their room in. I'm really not sure how it works. There was an explanation for it, but I put the staircase on the outside. So if the parents want to enter their room, they're going to have to go outside to do it, which I just thought was really quirky. And also, I would have imagined that loads of washing up stuff would just be on that balcony. It's not actually clear what's on that balcony, but I would imagine loads of just hanging clothes there. So if we ever get some washing lines, yeah, be expecting those, because if I ever do a renovation, that is what I'm adding there. Anyway though, the parents' room is supposed to be like a yellowy orange colour. Now, it's described in different ways because the picture that I saw, it was a yellowy colour and in the books it was described as an orangey colour. But you can change it. I mean, personally, I thought there were too many orange coloured rooms because I guess some parts of downstairs is quite orangey. Then you've got Ron's room, which is quite orange. And I think that, yeah, maybe it's nice just to have like a yellow room. And I think we also get a lot more yellow items than we do with orange. So that's what I thought there. And just to finish off, some plants outside. Of course, if you're not happy with anything, then let me know because I could try and change it in the future. Thank you so much for watching and I'll speak to you all soon.